Hello, I'm Jeffy, and I'm ready to have some really stimulating intellectual conversation with this woman over here. So we're going to let her pick the topic, and then I'm going to carry it from there. Thank you.
My favorite thing to talk about is storms.
Hit it.
Okay. What about this big nor'easter that has just happened?
What?
There's so much snow.
Well, what do you think is the cause of this?
Cold air meeting warm air.
No, sounds romantic. Keep going.
Compounded by the jet stream going south to north instead of east to west.
Well, now, usually when I see the jet stream, it seems to fade away after a while. I mean, it's usually a nice defined line, but then it starts to disappear. So how would it be that could cause this weather event?
I don't know. Maybe ocean currents.
Okay, let's
I
talk about
think
current ocean. What is the ocean doing currently?
the ocean is currently lapping on a shore, just peacefully lapping against the shore.
Now, when it laps against the shore, I would think that it would be licking up the sand as it laps the shore.
Yes, probably.
Okay, so probably as it's licking, lapping up the sand, well, I would think that the sand would diminish somewhat, also diminishing any sand castles that have been built, diminishing them, making the third floor of the castle become an actual first floor. Don't you agree?
You're exactly right. You don't realize it, but you're exactly right.
Thank you.
Yes. Spot on.
Thank you.
In fact, the third floor ceases to be when the bottom floor is gone.
Yes, I mean, it becomes the first floor, but in reality, it's still what used to be the third floor.
Yes, that's very true. That's very true.
Yes.
And all of that sand gets deposited out somewhere in the
Well,
Mariana Trench.
why would it be proper if it were just deposited in the bank right away, rather than in a trench? Don't you think that would be safer?
It would be much safer if it was deposited in a
Would
bank.
that, I
They
mean,
would
wouldn't
get more
this be
interest.
possible with a deposit slip to
Yes.
deposit that into the bank,
Yes, it would be.
rather than take any unnecessary chances?
Right, it'd get much more interest that way.
Yes. Well, I'm interested. I mean, I can't say that I'm not interested. I mean, so far, I feel like the story is interesting. I feel like you've always led us with some very fascinating subjects.
Thank you, thank you. I try.
You're very welcome.
So, what else would you like to talk about?
Anything you would like.
Okay. Weather keeps coming to mind.
Weather keeps coming.
Whether or not, yes,
Whether or not. Okay.
whether or not.
I will go with weather then.
Okay, you go with weather then.
Yes. Continue with the weather.
Jeopardy for 3.
Jeopardy. No, I don't feel like we're in jeopardy. I mean, I feel pretty safe in front of the camera if you do. And I think that we can continue to have a normal conversation without any threat of anything happening to us.
Okay, okay.
So please continue.
Okay, so then we're talking about superheating Texas.
Superheating Texas.
Yes, it's going to be very warm in Texas as soon as this cold front gets through.
Now, if we had, say, a thermos, a heater,
Yes.
a plug-in heater,
Yes.
I think we could heat Texas that way, as long as you don't turn a fan on with it, because then the fan would blow away the heat that was already there.
This would have to be a pretty big heater,
Yes.
but it's possible. It could be done.
Are we done? You don't mean to say we're done already?
Oh, I don't think we're done. Oh, no. I don't think we're done.
Well, I
How do
feel rather.
We need next to
I
talk
feel
about
rather.
wildfires.
How would you say? I don't feel done. I feel rare at this point.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I do feel rare,
He's very rare.
but not raw. I don't feel quite raw, but I do really feel rare at this point.
Okay. And you need to be more well done.
Yes.
So let's talk about wildfires.
Okay. Well, now if the fires are wild, that means that they're untamed. Is that correct?
That's right.
All right.
They haven't
and
been controlled.
Not domesticated. Probably just running around loose.
Getting into trouble.
Yes. Yes.
Just like any wild thing will do. Get into trouble.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Are you a troubleshooter?
Sometimes.
Well, if you're properly trained as with the gun, you shouldn't have any trouble shooting. Now, there are trainers. There are trainers who can help you with this.
Yeah,
If you
probably.
have a shaky, maybe possibly a shaky hand is what is going on with you. But they can help you to learn to stay steady.
Sorry. I'm losing it. All righty.
Please continue.
I'm continuing. You have no idea about how to control these fires that have been heated by the heater that heated Texas?
Well, I don't think we have enough heaters or fans or sprinklers. Possibly a yard sprinkler. If we had a yard sprinkler in every yard turned on, I think that would help to diminish the wildfires.
It might, yes. That might be a good plan. Okay. And a whole lot of rain. You're not helping me at all. He's not helping me at all. Uh-oh, folks. Jeffy's frozen again.
Well, frozen. I mean,
This
right
one
now
happens
we
once in a
are
while.
at the end of January, so it will be frozen, very freezing temperatures for a while. But I would think that as we got to the end of March, after spring, we would have some thaw.
One would hope
Yes,
that we would have some thaw.
yes. Now, if you want to cook your meat right away, you could probably just go ahead and thaw it, and as
Thaw it.
long as after it's thawed, you cook it right away.
Until it's well done.
But yeah, thawing does help quicken the cooking process, because if you stick it in cold and into the oven, it could possibly burn it or scorch it, I would think.
Mm-hmm.
So thawing is an excellent idea.
Okay. Alrighty. Cool.
Cool. You're very cool. I think
I'm
I think you're very cool. I think you're very hip. Yes. Far out even. Yes. I'm sure you were probably far out in your day
once upon a time.
and hip. Please tell me the story. Continue with your story.
Continue with my story.
Once upon a time. I do like stories, bedtime stories.
Once upon a time. You don't want to go there.
Where are we going?
I don't know. Seems like I should just hop in yonder
Well, now,
and go for a
if you're a
ride.
seamstress, I believe if you had, do you have any experience in that? Do you have a sewing machine?
That's true.
A
Yes.
seamstress can make a lot
Yeah.
of.
It seems to make sense. Yes.
Yes, high fashion things even. If you're good
Yes.
enough, you could become
Yes.
a designer.
Costuming.
Yes. Well, thank you
You
very
gotta
much.
be connected.
Connected.
You gotta have all your threads in the right place.
Yes, ma'am. Well, thank you very much. This has been a very stimulating conversation, and we would like to speak to you again soon on these topics and more. Thank you very much.
Bye, folks.